About time too.
Time for our tale of the tape. One of the Carl, the Cobra Froch, one of the greatest super middleweight champions of all time, fighting out of Nottingham, United Kingdom. Roy Jones Jr.
This bout is scheduled for...
The fans are ready, and it looks... They ring the bell, and here we go. He got caught clean by a left hook. And a perfect counter lands. Unlucky to miss with that jab. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. There's not a seat to be had in this arena, Johnny. It's got that big fight feel, doesn't it?
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Just misses with that uppercut. When are we going to see a jab from these two? They are giving us a high-tempo show. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. That was almost a... We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Ronda Rousey once told me when she gets into a fight, her mentality was minimum effort, maximum efficiency.
Speed generates power. Timing is everything. If you've got...
The corner's got to take a good look at their fighter.
Bambi legs are kicking in. Let's look at those legs. The legs have gone.
He had his moment, but has it gone by?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep. Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecard. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. How about that time counter shot? They're in trouble.
These days, where shall he look? What should he do? Should he run? Should he try and hold up?
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. This may do it. It's all coming to an end.
His legs have gone. He's got to get the hands up. It's survival instincts now. Get him up.
Let's talk about Froch in that last round. I promise you, all three... And there's the bell to start the round. threw a punch and just got countered. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
It's all offense, all the time. Beautiful counter shot. It's bombs away. Just missed with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the...
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you've got two evenly matched fighters in this weight class, it sometimes comes down to who's in better condition. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Good right hand. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Oh my goodness, that little Yorkshire Terriers, they're never going to give up.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Just missed with that hook. The courage on display here is incredible. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the... And there's the bell to start the round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter-punching.
Because they're so big, because they can punch, because they've got the weight behind them, they may not be connecting, but trust me, when they connect, that's when this fight sets on fire. Because someone's going to get hurt, and someone's going to react.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. That counter punch caught him clean. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way. Neither fighter willing to slow down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
One punch changes everything. And now going for the finish.
Beautiful.
And the referee will begin the count. 10 seconds to get up. I don't see any movement here. It looks like this one's going to be over.
Is he out? Is he going to move? Is there a twitch?
Ten seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Unfortunately, this fighter not... They ring the bell, and here we go. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Beautiful counter shot. Nice punch. These two fighters are made for one another. Well done with that counter shot. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back. This could be the end.
Does he know he's hurt him? One, two, three, four, five.
At the halfway point, there's no doubt who's won this round so far. So he's back on his feet, but the judges aren't going to give him this round for sure.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here? What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination.
Defense failed them.
Oh, I heard that, never by saw it.
And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that... We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, you've got to close the round. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Swing and a miss with that hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy, Johnny.
This is why I love the little guys. This is exactly why I love them. Look at them, toe-to-toe, heart for heart. You know, mano a mano, they're letting the shots go.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Swing and a miss with the jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Can't score with that jab. With welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
Oh my goodness, what pace, what pace. They're like, do you know what a Yorkshire Terrier is, Todd? They're like little Yorkshire Terriers.
One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
What a world championship fight we're seeing, ladies and gentlemen. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Froch in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they... And there's the bell to start the round. And Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
That jab doesn't score. Both men step back for just a moment. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Tough to be a judge in this fight, as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
two lightning-quick lightweights.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. The game plan does not... They ring the bell, and here we go. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Just missed with that hook. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nobody home with that hook. No rest for the weary. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. He wasn't ready for that counter punch. Let's talk about Froch in that last round. Pretty dominant round. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punched him, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Look at the footwork, the hand speed. This is the best that the middleweight division has to offer. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job. They threw the hook, it didn't land.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Don't lose focus. Don't focus on that cup. Focus on your boxer.
Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
You remember, with the lighter weights, you're expecting at least 300 shots around. They can let these shots...
Stumbling around in potholes, in serious trouble.
Oh, what a shot. He's staggered. He's staggered. Does he know?
Let's talk about Froch in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
You're being put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds. And there's the bell to start the round. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? That hook won't score. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable at middleweight.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
That hook doesn't score. That jab doesn't score. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Nice cap. Well, it's go back to the drawing board time. A unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.